All right, guys, we're here with the number one seed of Nationals 2024, Gabe Unick. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, he just introduced me, but hi, I am Gabe Unick out of the Grand Rapids Sumo Club.
All right, so big question here. Big question. This is why sumo. It's all about why you do sumo. You started before me, and I just want to know why. Why you do sumo?
Let's see. I first got into sumo probably like 2013-ish. So I've been wrestling since I was, in sixth grade all the way up into college. Did Greco freestyle. And then my degree is in exercise science, which is what I use now to bartend, as one does. But one day I just kind of got down the rabbit hole of sumo, and having my grappling background and then also having, my background in exercise physiology, I was able to kind of appreciate the sport from both the aspect of these guys are highly skilled grapplers, and also these guys are insanely athletic for their size. And from there, I just got further down. Found out that there was amateur sumo. Found out there was amateur sumo in the United States. Got into contact with some people. Went out to the U.S. Open in 2015, and I've just been doing it ever since.
So in 2015, that's wild. That's wild. So you've been doing sumo for 10 years now, just about.
Almost.
Yeah. All right. So 10 years of sumo. And you're out in Grand Rapids? Grand Rapids, right? Had a little stroke. Don't worry about it. So in Grand Rapids, there's no club out there at the time, and you started a club, which shows your passion for the sport. Can you speak a little bit about that?
Yeah. I mean, I for the first couple of years just trained solo, and then 2017 started the club up with Micah, who's also up there in Grand Rapids. And then just kind of kept building over the years. We also had sister clubs pop up in Chicago and the Detroit area after people came out to our tournaments, caught the bug, went back, started their own clubs. So it's just been awesome to see that growth over the past decade. I feel old now.
Where do you see sumo going? Right, we basically all of Texas is blown up. Right, California's still struggling somehow. Florida blown up. Where do you see the actual sport in America going?
I think that sumo is very close to a turning point where if we can just get in front of enough people to shift that general public perception just a little bit, I think the sport could just explode in the United States. I think that we have a very sport obsessed culture in general, just compared to almost any other country on earth. And I think that Americans are very open to almost any sport, especially if you're just talking about, two massive athletic individuals fighting. I think that's something that Americans would gravitate towards. And then I also think that there's just a massive crop of people who are the prototypical sumo size and build and athleticism who might not have another avenue in sports. So I mean, I firmly believe that like if you took, every college football player who's not going to the NFL, every NCAA wrestler above like 150 who's not going on to the Olympics, every college rugby player who's not going pro, and I mean that list goes on. But if you took all of them and you just sumo was in a spot where these people knew about it, may have done it previously in their lives as just like off-season training, and knew it was an option. Like if we got to that level of notoriety, I think the sport just explodes. And I think that Americans flood the international scene and flood the pro scene if we can get it to there.
I think that's very much possible. Like I run tournaments, you run tournaments. You started with the art. What is it?
So we do Art Prize. Sorry, we do Art Prize, which is a big international art competition in Grand Rapids, and then we also do Riverfront, which is part of a convention in Grand Rapids. And one of the reasons that I do tournaments very publicly is for that exact reason, because I think that if you put sumo in front of people, you can completely flip their perception in 90 seconds. Because everybody knows what sumo is, but until you see it, you have no idea what sumo actually is. So people think like, oh, two fat guys hugging, but then they see somebody get thrown the first time, and all of a sudden it's just like a whole 180 on the perception.
That is literally the perception. That and it's always fighting that.
Hi, I'm
the other way.
Oh yeah, what are you doing? Sorry. Hi, I'm Gabe Unick with the Grand Rapids Sumo Club. If you have ever done sports in your life, try sumo. If you want to come out and hit some people, try sumo. If you want to come out and throw some people, try sumo. It's a great sport. It's fast-paced. The athleticism is beyond your wildest dreams. It'll make you better at almost every sport. Why not give it a shot?